2019, and it's a very good point that Bordeaux Techno West keep these links and that we follow this relationship. So it's a great pleasure, very pleased to see you again, and I hope that we will keep this way.
Thank you, Mathieu. Thank you, Mathieu. And so for all, I just inform you that from now we are registering this Zoom session, and the video will be published on a YouTube channel in a few days behind. Let me also introduce to you Magali Roux from the Regional Council here in our region. Magali, would you like to say a word, or
just put my camera on?
Yeah, okay.
Say
thanks.
hello.
Hi, Magali.
Well, nothing much to say. Just glad to be part of this wonderful program, and I'm just discovering it today. So I'm going to learn with you today, and I'm pleased to join the session.
Okay, thank you, Magali. And now, please, I give the hand to my friend from Fukuoka, Mr. Tetsuaki Miura. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. And the last time we met was during a karaoke session. So
I almost lost my memory, so I don't. But anyway, thank you, Mark, and everyone in Bordeaux. May I start the presentation, Mark? Okay. Could you share? Okay, first, let me introduce our city, Fukuoka. Some of you may not know about Fukuoka. So Fukuoka city is in the west of Japan, and it's the heart of the ever-growing East Asia, centered between China, South Korea, and Taiwan. The city is home to 1.6 million people. Our population growth is #1 in Japan and still growing. Fukuoka is also a city with many young people. In Fukuoka city alone, there are over 20 universities and colleges and many internships. It is not hard for you to find a good talent in our city. But I think the best feature is our city's livability. I know Bordeaux very well. It's a romantic city, but Fukuoka is also a beautiful city too. Our rich nature being close to our city center is a great feature. The city is also famous for its delicious cuisine. These features have all been highly applauded by the media worldwide. Also, 95% of our residents said Fukuoka was easy to live in. These features have made Fukuoka the home to the fastest growing foreign population out of all major cities in Japan. Next, I'd like to introduce how we support startups. At the Startup City of Japan, Fukuoka has made partners around the world, including Bordeaux, to mutually support startup businesses. Regarding to Bordeaux, Fukuoka City and Fukuoka Directive Council have MOU partnership with Bordeaux Metropole Techno West, and we are developing our network through this scheme. The top picture is Fukuoka delegation visited Cinedron in Bordeaux in 2017. The left picture is Bordeaux delegation visited Warak Summit, as Mark mentioned, in Fukuoka last year. There is everybody on the photo. The right picture is Bordeaux delegation and the Fukuoka delegation met at the CES in Las Vegas last year.
This year.
Oh, this year, sorry, this January. As you can see, both cities go back and forth. Fukuoka City and Bordeaux is also a sister city. So Bordeaux is a very important partner for us. The business networking between Bordeaux and Fukuoka has had great success so far. For example, Tamaishi Juki started business with French drone company after participating Cine Drone event. And the right picture is True Vision, which concluded LOI with Akeros in Bordeaux. As you can see, we provide to companies our complete support from product localization through to potential business matching to fit the Japanese market. And their salaries are going well. We keep on supporting for foreign startups under COVID-19 circumstances. This slide shows an example how Fukuoka City fully supports startups. Handpan Japan is a startup from France based in Fukuoka City, and they had a financial subsidy and loan support from Global Startup Center in order to stay in business under COVID-19 crisis. In addition to that, Fukuoka City provides opportunity for both domestic and foreign startups to expand their business by jointly carrying a POC experiment. We also attend to Estonian startup event called Latitude 59 online. We held an original pitching competition in the event. Fukuoka City is the only deregulated zone in Japan, allowing many special visa and tax benefits, especially for startups. We have special support scheme for startups to help with rent for office and living space. We also have our own incubation facility for companies to set up in Fukuoka. Specialists and the Global Startup Center will give you free support in English, Spanish, and Chinese. Experts such as lawyers and the tax consultants are on site too to give free advice on starting up. As you can see, Fukuoka is so supportive of foreigners. Many foreign entrepreneurs are gathering in our city. So to all of you listening today, once the COVID-19 situation has calmed down, be sure to visit Fukuoka City. And I'm sure you will feel firsthand our city's wonder for yourself. Thank you for listening.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you for this presentation. Anybody has a question, please ask your question in the message part, and at the end of the session we will make some question and answers on all the presentation. Okay, now we will continue with Manae from Fukuoka, DC. Manae, you need to open your microphone because I shut down all the microphones of the others to avoid any disturbance.
Hi, can you see my screen?
Yeah, could you go in present it in a global view?
Sure.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Hi, my name is Manae from Fukuoka Directive Council. I would like to introduce our organization, Fukuoka DC. Who we are. We are a think and do tank organization with members from the public, private, academic, and civic sectors. We work for Fukuoka urban area, which is larger than the city of Fukuoka. As you can see on the left-hand side, the Fukuoka urban area consists of 9 cities and 8 towns, including the city of Fukuoka. The population, Fukuoka City has 1.5 million population in total, while in Fukuoka urban area, we have 2.5 million people. Our goal is to become a business hub in East Asia and to strengthen international competitiveness of Fukuoka urban area. As you can see in the map, Fukuoka has good access to the cities in East Asia. Therefore, we would like to become the center of this region. Our KPI. We have 3 KPIs. First, to create jobs. We would like to create additional 60,000 jobs in our area. This is the first KPI. The second, gross regional profit. We would like to increase our GRP in our region by 25 billion US dollars. And finally, population. We would like to increase the population by 70,000 in 10 years, from 2010 to 2020. Our organization, FTC, started in April 2011. So it's been about 10 years since we started. And we have 230 members at the moment. This shows the example of our members, which includes the public sectors, such as the city of Fukuoka, and also the local companies based in Fukuoka, as well as the companies based in Tokyo and other cities. We work for our members to collaborate together and create business. We also work for the global expansion of our members. And we have, as Miura-san presented, we had an MOU with the Bordeaux Metropole, Bordeaux Techno West, and the city of Fukuoka. And we are supporting the local companies based in Bordeaux and Fukuoka. Regarding the foreign startup support, we hosted a drone meet-fest in 2017 together with the city of Fukuoka. We invited 4 companies from France, 2 from China, and 1 from Taiwan, 1 from Korea, and 1 from the US. And we planned some seminars, and the B2B meetings. And in total, more than 1,000 people participated at the event. We also work for the execution of the proof of concept. Our recent POCs includes the wearable devices and telematics, fintech, as well as nursing services. One of our important projects is a smart city project. The city of Fukuoka launched a smart city project called Fukuoka Smart East Project, which includes smart living, smart wellness, smart shopping, sharing, smart energy, smart logistics, smart mobility, and so on. And in particular, we are supporting the proof of concept for this smart city project. Last year, we did a POC of delivery robot. And also we did a POC of electric scooter. If you're interested in a project and what we do, please visit our website or contact us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Manae, for your presentation. A very interesting presentation. And now I would ask to Yoshi from Startup City, Fukuoka. Hello, Yoshi.
Hi. Just a moment. Go. Okay, just a moment. Let me share my screen. Yes. Okay, now can you see my screen?
Yes, thank you.
It's okay. Hi. Okay, let me start my presentation. I'm Yoshi from the Global Startup Center in Fukuoka City. Today, I'm talking about the 2 points of view. So one is how Fukuoka City supports the foreign entrepreneurs and the startups. So another point is the case studies about expansion from overseas. Okay, so let me introduce the Global Startup Center first. So again, my name is Yoshi. So now we are 4 members of the Global Startup Center. So as a name, the Global Startup Center is too long to call. So let's call GSC today. So GSC is an entrepreneurship support organization run by Fukuoka cities. So we are assisting with all aspects related to the international business. So why I wrote down the deal maker here is because GSC focus on the executing the startup project to the next stages. So we already had many cases that we helped the startup going well. So this page is about what is GSC. So to put it simply, the GSC is a contact window for foreigners. So we are part of your team. So when you start your project in Japan, you don't know whom you should talk with. But Fukuoka City is very simple. The Fukuoka startup community is centered at one place, actually at one building, so which is called Fukuoka Growth Next. So we are always in the Fukuoka Growth Next. The foreign startup and the entrepreneur just come our desk and let's discuss how we move to the next level. So next is GSC main services. So we provide a wide range of support for foreign startups. So we are able to support all phases where a startup is facing. The first is visa support. So without a visa, foreign entrepreneurs cannot live in Japan. The secondary, set up a company. Without a company, you cannot do any profitable activities. And if you have a corporate entity in Japan, that makes it easier to get credit as well as trust from others. And you can show that your commitment to the Japanese market. The thirdly, matching and development. So we are working with entrepreneurs to figure out what we can support your business to grow in Japan market. Fourth, funding and subsidy and grants. In Japan, so it is isolated countries. So most of the information is only available in Japanese. So if you try to get to the English information, it really takes time. But we immediately translate the necessary information into the English and notify the foreign entrepreneurs. So then all these services are free of charge. So next is about the startup visa. This visa is one way for the foreign startups to enter Japan market. So this visa is a special visa that is only available in 8 cities in Japan right now. So Fukuoka is the city with the best tracking record of getting a startup visa. So it has relaxed the requirements for obtaining the visa for entrepreneurs. The main feature of a startup visa is that it allows you to obtain a visa before you register a company. So this is an advantage. But of course, there is some requirements for the startup visa. You must have a business plan and proof of funding and then passion for your project. The next is startup visa situation. The rate of startup visa acquisition is 95%. The reason why the rate is so high is because the GSC, we reviewed application documents before the applicants hand out to the Fukuoka City government. Sometimes we improve the business plan. The conversion rate from startup visa to the existing business manager visa is 83%. So most of startup visa holders succeeded in changing to the next visa. It is business manager visa. Furthermore, 90% of startup companies that already received the business manager visa have been in business for more than 2 years. So most of startup visa holders, they are surviving in Japan market with our support. So where they are from? So which country are the most common for the startup visa holders? So mainly the majority of applicants are from East Asia. But other than East Asia, account for the 60% of all startup visa holders. So especially it is a very popular from France, United States, Argentina, New Zealand. So from here, so I am talking about the case studies with the startup visa. The founders of startup are living in Fukuoka City now. So I am going to introduce the 3 cases. So first case is Steampunk Digital. This startup is expanding from Canada. So its overall vision is to construct the human imagination in real time. It's already launched the app for the smartphone, so which is called Monocle. So Monocle allows you to take the real world and turn it into the digital world. So you can scan real life objects, create the 3D models, and then immediately share those 3D models with others. And the Steampunk Digital already collaborated with the Fukuoka Museum. So it is, of course, public museum. So if the products are great, the startup have opportunity to work with public sector. The second case is Smarty. The founder of Smarty come from Beijing, from China. The Smarty is engaged in research and development of voice recognition IoT with AI technology. The IoT, which can be controlled by the voice, is a contactless and hygienic product. It will be in high demand from now. So once 5G network is in place everywhere in Japan, I believe the market of IoT will rapidly grow. The third case is Dopang. The founder of Dopang comes from Indonesia. Dopang is in the business of edutech, like language learning. The Dopang produce the physical card game that have people to learn a language while having fun. This card game name is Gengoya, so which means language in Japanese. So Gengoya focuses on visual language acquisition through the catchy graphics that express the words and the conversation. Those are useful in daily life. So now it is developing not only physical card, but also online card for the smartphone. So Gengoya is currently available in 3 languages, Japanese, Indonesian, English. But I assume Gengoya has potential to expand its service to the other languages, such as Chinese and Spanish, of course, French in the future. So next case is different from the 3 cases I talked. So from here, I'm speaking about the cases without a startup visa. If the startup company has already established a presence in the several countries, the founder may not be able to live in Japan. Okay, so this case is Lobo Japan. So Lobo's founder is from Russia. So Lobo runs the IoT programming classes for children using the Finnish educational method and English. So we supported Lobo by setting up the company in Fukuoka City and recruiting the Japanese employee to run the Lobo Japan. Now, Lobo Japan's programming classes are being held in Fukuoka as well as Tokyo. So this is an example of how to expand into Fukuoka without a startup visa. the next is the business matching cases. So we bridge between the Fukuoka's company and the foreign companies. In this case, is company including the startup and large enterprises. So first is Ekur. So Ekur is an Estonian startup. So Ekur is a school management web platform. So bringing together students, their families, and school and teacher and supervisory bodies at one place. So this platform is used by about 70% of Estonian elementary schools. So we proposed a pilot test in Fukuoka city and connected Ekur with a large educational corporation as a potential partner. So this photo was taken at the MOU signing ceremony with the mayor of Fukuoka city, the director of educational corporation, the Estonian undersecretary of the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, and also a representative of Ekur. So Ekur is still working with Japanese partner to localize Ekur to the Japanese market. Next, the second case is about the Pillow Rockers. Pillow Rockers is also an Estonian startup. So it develops and manufactures reusable straws made from reeds. So GSC connected with the coffee shop in Fukuoka city to introduce the reusable straws. They used the straws in the coffee shop and collected the feedback from customers. The feedback was so good that the coffee shop decided to import the straws. And then GSC assisted the coffee shop in the importation process by acting on its behalf. The coffee shop sales channel was used to sell this straw in the Japan market. Now it is on sale in the most famous bookstore in Roppongi in Tokyo. So even though this startup work with the Fukuoka, finally this product are selling in the Tokyo. Third case is InnoBiz. So InnoBiz is a Taiwanese startup companies. So its business domain is AR, VR technology field to create images of completed urban development town and buildings. So you can walk through the building realistically and experience a virtual world by changing the color and material of the walls and flooring. So we connected InnoBiz with a company managing a housing exhibition site. Then we created the presentation opportunities for InnoBiz. So at the presentation, the 18 companies joined. So InnoBiz was able to connect with 18 famous home building companies at once. So last case is about the Secure Edge. So Secure Edge is a Singapore-based data security companies that combines the true security system and convenience. So it has been protecting the data of Singapore government and the companies from cyber threats for a long time. So Secure Edge provides the world-best data security services now. So it was looking to expand its customer base in Japan. And GSC, we referred Secure Edge with Fukuoka startup. So during the actual matching processes, a letter of intent, LOI, was signed to explore how to collaborate with each other. After the agreement on the basic cooperation, so both companies deepened their further understandings. As a result, the Fukuoka startup company became the distributor of Secure Edge services as a sales agency. Now, Secure Edge can sell its service in Japan market. So these are the business matching cases studies. So yes, I have talked about many case studies which covers different situations, sometimes with the startup visa and without visa. But there are still more cases we supported in Fukuoka cities. So if we want to expand into the Japanese and Asian market, so your first choice should be the Fukuoka cities. So if you need more info, please contact GSG and check and keep the email address, please. Okay. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you for hearing my presentation. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Yoshi, and making the transition, good transition now. Let me give the hand to Cyrielle Thomas, French entrepreneur who is settled now in Japan. Sorry, I forgot my English name. So, thank you, Cyrielle. Can you take the hand and show your presentation if you would like? Thanks to you.
Yes, of course. First, can you all hear me well?
Yes, we hear you.
Mike,
well.
okay? Perfect. Yeah. So I will share my screen now. Okay. And I will put it full screen. Can you see full screen now?
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. So my name is Cyrielle Thomas, and I will do the presentation in French as we agreed. But first, I wanted to start in English because Fukuoka representatives are there. And I wanted to say thank you to them for welcoming me in their city and to help me develop my companies. And also thank you at Sirena Startup and Bordeaux Techno West for organizing this masterclass. So, on repart sur le français. Donc, toutes mes excuses par avance s'il y a des mots anglais qui arrivent, car ça fait vraiment très longtemps que je n'ai pas fait de présentation en français. Mais je voulais vous donner un petit peu de background me concernant. Donc là, sur la photo, c'est moi, en Afrique, où j'ai vécu jusqu'à mes 19 ans. Là, ça aurait pu aussi être moi quand je suis rentrée en France, donc pour faire des études de médecine. Alors, ne me demandez pas pourquoi, je ne sais toujours pas. C'était vraiment ma première expérience d'expatrié, la France. Je me suis vite redirigée en fait sur des études de business développement, marketing, et j'ai vécu ces 8 dernières années à Bordeaux, où j'ai eu la chance de décrocher mon premier job. Donc, mon premier job, c'était avec Yelp. J'ai travaillé presque 5 ans pour cette entreprise américaine qui se développait sur le marché bordelais. J'ai été leur senior marketing and community manager en développant principalement la communauté de Yelpers qui partageaient des avis sur leurs adresses préférées et aussi en développant des partenariats avec les commerces locaux dans la ville. Ensuite, j'ai travaillé pour Uber et Airbnb, respectivement pour les aider dans leur nouveau service Uber Eats et Airbnb Experience lorsqu'ils se sont lancés. En 2017, je suis venue au Japon pour la première fois, un premier voyage en tant que touriste, grande découverte d'un pays magnifique, mais aussi d'une nouvelle passion, le thé japonais. Très vite, très grande frustration, je me suis rendu compte qu'il était très difficile de trouver des adresses sur le thé japonais, qu'il y avait un vrai manque d'accessibilité et une grande barrière de la langue. Donc, je suis revenue en 2018 avec l'idée de Dokocha déjà en tête et vraiment l'envie de parler à un maximum de producteurs et de commerçants et en activité dans le thé japonais. Donc, à partir de là, je suis revenue en France, super motivée donc j'ai commencé à construire le prototype de l'application mobile. J'ai aussi créé ce que je pensais être un business plan en béton et j'ai commencé à aller à la rencontre des banques et des comités start-up à Bordeaux pour chercher du soutien et des investissements pour pouvoir me développer. Là, grosse douche froide. Beaucoup de noms, en fait que des noms pour être honnête, avec un discours assez répétitif, le fait que c'était vraiment un business risqué, que je n'avais pas assez d'argent sur mon compte en banque, que du coup il n'y avait pas de vision vraiment à long terme sur une pérennité du business. Je crois que la palme revient aussi à cette personne qui m'a dit que en tant que femme, d'autant plus dans le secteur du marketing, j'allais avoir beaucoup de mal à être crédible et qu'il fallait très très vite me trouver un cofondateur dans la tech. Et en fait, en mars dernier, arrive le dernier nom de la part d'un comité de start-up français. Et là, je me dis vraiment, j'ai envie de retourner dans ma zone de confort, retrouver mon salaire confortable de cadre. Donc, je laisse passer la nuit et je me dis le lendemain qu'en fait, si la France ne veut pas de moi, peut-être que le Japon, lui, voudra. Donc, c'est vrai qu'à partir du moment où j'ai commencé à me tourner vers le Japon, je n'ai eu de cesse d'avancer et d'être connectée à des personnes formidables, bienveillantes, qui m'ont vraiment beaucoup aidée. Donc, à partir de là, j'ai pu aller au Japon l'année dernière, 2 fois 3 mois en tant que touriste, à Tokyo, pour commencer à développer Dokocha et avoir les premiers partenaires. Et la meilleure nouvelle, en fait, est arrivée en décembre dernier, quand la ville de Fukuoka m'a annoncé que mon Startup Visa était validé. Donc, avant de vous donner plus de détails aussi sur Fukuoka, pourquoi j'ai choisi la ville et les avantages, je voulais vous présenter dans un premier temps ma première entreprise, Dokocha. Donc, notre vision est très simple. Nous souhaitons développer le tourisme du thé. Il y a une vraie richesse des terroirs, des producteurs, des commerçants passionnés et de très belles histoires à partager. Qui n'est pas sans rappeler le no-tourisme en France, le vin. D'ailleurs, j'utilise tout le temps ce parallèle parce que pour moi, le tea tourism peut se développer au même titre que le wine tourism. Au Japon, le thé japonais est vraiment très traditionnel. Mais il y a de plus en plus de jeunes entrepreneurs qui décident de bouger un peu les codes et de transformer les méthodes de consommation du thé japonais. C'est pourquoi vous allez pouvoir trouver sur Dokocha ces catégories-là. On peut aussi bien avoir des desserts, des boissons, des artisans, des accessoires et aussi des fermes de thé, des très beaux jardins à visiter à proximité des grandes villes. Nous avons donc pu soft-lancer la plateforme Dokocha en novembre 2019 avec notre premier produit Dokocha TV. Donc là, normalement, vous allez voir un aperçu, si la vidéo tourne, de la page principale de Dokocha TV. Ce sont les vignettes animées qui permettent de présenter les commerçants de thé. Après, vous cliquez dessus et vous avez accès directement à leur page commerce. D'ailleurs, je vous invite, quand vous aurez le temps après la masterclass, à aller voir notre site dokocha.com et les différents commerces que nous avons. Ce sont d'ailleurs les premiers partenaires de thé qui nous ont suivis sur Dokocha. On en a maintenant une douzaine. Et le dernier développement en date, le menu digital que nous avons déjà commencé à implémenter chez nos partenaires pour Dokocha. Pour revenir sur la chronologie de mon arrivée à Fukuoka, donc moi officiellement je suis devenue résidente de Fukuoka en mars 2020. Donc j'ai pu emménager dans mon appartement que j'adore, dans un quartier, mais vraiment, voilà, un de mes quartiers favoris de Fukuoka. 2 semaines avant que le state of emergency soit déclaré à Fukuoka, dans tout le Japon, et que le monde commence à vivre au rythme du coronavirus. Donc, je ne vous cache pas que ça a été très difficile, comme ça l'a été pour tout le monde, encore plus en tant aussi que start-up quand on débute. Mais cette problématique, en fait, m'a aussi permis de créer ma deuxième entreprise que je vais vous présenter maintenant, Digitomenu. Donc, qu'est-ce que Digitomenu? En fait, après la sortie du state of emergency, quand il a fallu retourner dans la ville, je me suis vite rendu compte que même après réouverture, les restaurants restaient assez vides, que en tant que client, moi y compris, on avait des nouveaux réflexes, des nouvelles craintes et on avait du mal à retourner dans les restaurants, dans ces lieux-là. Et comme je travaillais déjà en plus avec Dokocha, avec mes partenaires sur le menu digital, je me suis vite rendu compte que, en plus d'être un outil d'accessibilité pour les personnes internationales, pour comprendre en fait ce qu'on commande dans des commerces japonais, c'était aussi un outil qui permettait de rester safe dans les restaurants pour éviter tout contact à risque avec le virus. Donc, qu'est-ce que Digitomenu? Digitomenu, c'est avant tout donc une plateforme qui permet d'aider les commerces locaux au Japon à rester ouverts dans les meilleures conditions pendant la crise coronavirus. Donc, principalement les restaurants, les cafés, les bars, mais ça s'adresse aussi à tous les commerces avec des menus en papier ou en plastique. Et ces commerces-là ont donc accès à la plateforme Digitomenu pour créer leur menu digital en ligne. Sachant aussi qu'avoir un menu digital, les avantages, c'est de pouvoir protéger donc ses clients qui n'ont plus besoin de toucher les menus papier, les menus plastiques et qui peuvent donc regarder leur menu en ligne sur leur smartphone. Ça permet aussi de protéger les équipes. Donc, il n'y a plus de contact à risque, plus besoin de désinfecter les menus entre chaque client. Et donc, ça permet aussi donc, à tous les commerces de rester ouverts dans les meilleures conditions et d'être considérés comme une place un peu plus safe et de le faire savoir autour d'eux. Comment ça marche sur Digitomenu? Très simplement, première étape, les commerces peuvent s'enregistrer sur le site. Une fois enregistrés, ils ont accès à notre page de création de menu, à notre outil de création. Là, ils peuvent customiser complètement leur menu digital. Ensuite, nous, à partir du moment où le menu est créé, on leur crée une page URL et un QR code unique que les clients pourront scanner, qui apparaîtront sur le sticker. D'ailleurs, si vous avez le temps de scanner, sur la droite de l'écran, vous avez le sticker d'un de nos premiers restaurants partenaires, donc vous pourrez apercevoir le menu. Je sais qu'en France actuellement et dans le monde, le menu digital, c'est en plein boom. On voit pas mal d'innovations de ce côté-là aussi. Et la quatrième étape pour nous, c'est la livraison de ce Welcome Kit pour les commerçants. Et on a aussi à cœur de prendre en photo, dès qu'on le peut, les restaurants partenaires et on le partage sur nos réseaux sociaux avec la campagne Safer Together Japan. Donc là, c'est un petit exemple aussi de tous les partenaires avec qui on a pris une photo qui sont maintenant implémentés avec un menu digital Digitomenu. Donc, en parlant de cette campagne Safer Together Japan, l'idée aussi, c'est de réunir une communauté positive de volontaires, d'influenceurs qui ont envie d'aider. Et en fait, ils peuvent aller sur le site, télécharger le flyer de Digitomenu, l'imprimer et le distribuer à tous leurs commerces favoris et les aider aussi à créer un menu digital. Et cette version 1 est complètement gratuite. Parce que c'est vrai que pour moi, ce qui était important, c'était que pendant cette crise qui dure depuis vraiment trop longtemps maintenant, je pense que c'est de la responsabilité de chacun d'agir quand on le peut, quand on a les moyens financiers, technologiques, et que pour moi, Digitomenu, c'était aussi ma façon de remercier et d'aider le pays qui m'avait accueilli, permis de vivre ici et de développer ma première entreprise. Pour parler de Fukuoka maintenant, les avantages, pourquoi j'ai choisi cette ville et pourquoi je suis vraiment, vraiment heureuse de ce choix. Tout d'abord parce que c'est une ville à taille humaine. Donc, qui dit ville à taille humaine dit un accès direct aux représentants du gouvernement, ce qui vous permettra d'avoir des connexions facilitées avec les acteurs de l'écosystème et aussi de rencontrer, je vous le souhaite, vos futurs business partners. Moi, j'ai aussi pu avoir accès à des tickets pour participer à des événements internationaux de start-up offerts par la ville de Fukuoka, le dernier en date, Latitude 59, où j'ai vraiment pu avoir accès et être sélectionnée pour des sessions de mentorship. J'ai pu assister à 6 sessions où j'ai beaucoup appris. Donc, très, très intéressant d'avoir accès aussi à ces événements. Et d'un point de vue plus personnel, pourquoi j'aime Fukuoka? Parce que c'est Mamatsari friendly. Donc, si jamais vous venez vivre au Japon ou à Fukuoka, Mamatsari, c'est vraiment le vélo que vous voyez partout. Moi, à Bordeaux, j'étais vraiment la personne qui utilisait sa voiture tous les jours. Et en fait, je suis vraiment heureuse car ça fait plus de 6 mois maintenant que je n'ai pas conduit et que j'utilise mon vélo pour aller partout dans Fukuoka et alentours. Et Fukuoka est aussi une ville en bord de mer, ce qui est vraiment agréable, ce qui n'est pas sans rappeler Bordeaux aussi avec la proximité du bassin d'Arcachon. Ici, pour le coup, on est vraiment à côté de la mer. Et si vous avez envie d'un break en week-end ou en semaine, à moins de 20 minutes en train, vous avez accès à des plages mais magnifiques, vraiment, des plages de sable fin, eau cristalline. Donc vraiment un très, très bon choix, cette ville pour moi. Et en bonus, en plus, un accès direct auprès des télés locales. Ici, donc c'est arrivé cette semaine, j'ai été interviewée par une chaîne de Gcom, où j'ai pu parler de mon parcours d'entrepreneur, de Digitomenu, de Dokocha, et j'ai même eu la surprise de voir une interview d'un de mes restaurants partenaires, Kawaya, qui a montré fièrement son sticker Digitomenu et nous a dit que beaucoup de ses clients utilisaient notre service digital. Donc voilà, merci beaucoup de m'avoir écouté concernant cette expérience entrepreneuriale. Je serais ravie de répondre à vos questions parce que je pense qu'il y a une petite session de questions-réponses à la fin. Sinon, voici mes coordonnées, que ce soit pour Dokocha ou Digitomenu. N'hésitez pas à me contacter si vous avez des questions sur mon parcours, mes entreprises, si vous avez des questions sur Fukuoka, sur les difficultés qu'on peut rencontrer, quelles sont les différentes étapes. Et voilà, qu'est-ce que la vie d'entrepreneur à Fukuoka. Merci de m'avoir écouté.
Merci beaucoup Cyrielle pour cette très belle présentation. Et je suis désolé que tu ne m'aies pas rencontré plus tôt.
Ne t'en fais pas parce que finalement c'est un mal pour un bien, on va dire. Car sinon, j'aurais jamais envisagé le Japon comme pays d'accueil pour ma startup. Et je suis ravie d'avoir rencontré Bordeaux Techno West par la suite et de voir qu'on partage exactement les mêmes valeurs concernant les startups et le développement.
Okay. Thanks to you all. Thank you, Cyrielle. Now, let me give the end to Frédéric. Frédéric from Facil'Iti, another startup French entrepreneur. Please, Frédéric, give you your
Thank you very much. I have no presentation, unfortunately, so I will just try to make it as a stand-up contest. Well, I will just speak about my experience during this business trip organized by Bordeaux Techno West and Magnetic Bordeaux and the city of Fukuoka. First of all, who we are. We are Facil'Iti, a startup dedicated to web accessibility. We just plug a solution on the website and it make it accessible to any kind of people having some trouble or disease, like people with handicap or seniors. Our startup is based in Limoges. We developed the company since 2 years now as the own company, startups. It is a sister company of a web agency that I'm managing since now 20 years. We target different kind of markets. The first one is Europe, for instance, because we are based in France and in Europe as well. We are targeting as well USA, Canada, North America, I would say. And the third target is Asia. As our product is a worldwide product, we target all the companies and collectivities that are communicating with old people and handicapped people. As you can imagine, handicap is the same everywhere in the world. So we have the chance to have a product or a service that could match everywhere in the world. If you get old, you got old eyes, you may have to wear some glasses on just to have a nice reading of everything on the screen. The disease is exactly the same in Europe, in USA, and in Japan. So that's why we decided to cover the world through those three angles: Europe, North America, and Asia. Second point, why Japan? Japan is the oldest population of the world, I think so, and very connected population. In 2016, the estimation of the old population over 65 years old is about 30%. In 25 years, this percentage will increase up to 40%. That means that my market is also in Japan, and for sure in Japan and in Asia. If I want to dedicate my product to the collectivities or the industries targeting seniors people, I should be in Japan. I already have created a subsidiary in Tokyo 2 years ago, and this subsidiary is a joint venture is dedicated to target the Olympic Games of 2020 in Tokyo. Just imagine the mess that the COVID put in our strategy, because we dedicate several people in Tokyo for that development. We dedicated our resources, finance, strategy, marketing for the Olympics. We succeed. We signed the Olympic. Unfortunately, no Olympic Games in July. So we are now dealing and try to deal again with the new government because Shinzo Abe left the government, and we try to redeal again with this new government just to get a new contract with the Olympics for 2021. So this is a brand new restart. Then, while you're working in that main island of Japan, based in Tokyo, we decided to have a quick look on another island, which is Kyushu, in the south of Japan. And then we get a fantastic opportunity because I met Mark, and he said, okay, there is a mission there in Kyushu. And then we started to have a market study, saying, okay, this is a place where we are not located yet. Second point, this city seems to be just fantastic in terms of energy. Everything is running very fast. The people and the authorities are just driving for startups, so which is quite incredible and very interesting for us. And so we decided just to focus on that mission that Mark proposed to us. Second point, this city, Fukuoka, is very close to Korea. And as I told you, one of our market is Asia. Asia is not only Japan, but we decided to focus on Fukuoka as well, because this is very close, just 1 hour fly to be in South Korea as well. Second point for Fukuoka, they got a fantastic smart living policy for seniors, so which is very interesting for us to target this city, because as I explained before, seniors is very interesting for us. So for this Waraku Summit, we apply to Mark and Borno Techno West, and then we worked on the nice preparation of this business trip. There is a lot of meetings before, pre-meetings before we took the plane. A lot of meetings that we made just to collaborate all together to try to find the best way to work with this new ecosystem for us. And we had also another opportunity to work from Fukuoka to Tokyo in the second part of the mission, and we get in touch with business friends as well. So that was interesting for us to join that mission, because first of all, we went to that new area that we want to discover, first of all, and then to concretely to work in Tokyo as well with business friends and our team in Tokyo as well. So after decided that Japan is a target, then Fukuoka is the best place. Now we prepare the mission, and then we during the event we had the chance to discover this full ecosystem, Fukuoka startups ecosystem, which is just amazing. You got everything seems to be dedicated to this ecosystem. Access to government, like Cyrielle said just before, Mayor's office, accelerators, every structure seems to be fully based on startup ecosystem, which is fantastic. While you arrive, and people just take care of you, and they introduce you to any kind of things. Then we added this small show where we could meet all the international delegation as well, and we had a chance to make a pitch contest as well, and I had a chance to win this pitch contest, and which was fantastic for us, because we had won a full 1-year welcome package to Fukuoka. We've been introduced directly to clients. We won a round trip, airplane round trip from Tokyo, from Bordeaux. But while we decided to make this first round trip to establish the company and to just take into account this 1-year welcome package, COVID the pound arrives, and unfortunately we are still waiting just to proceed on that establishment of new company. During that event as well, we met a lot of clients. I would say too many clients for me just to visit the city. So I had never been to the city. I've never visited the city, unfortunately, but I met some clients, which was very interesting. We decided to close the contract while we will establish the company. Unfortunately, as I told you, COVID just moved our plans, and we are still waiting to make this visit to establish the company and then to close the different contracts that we had. During that mission as well, as I told you, we went to Tokyo. What was very interesting, just to mix the culture of Fukuoka and Tokyo. The targets, the industries are different. The contact that we have are very different. But that was interesting, just to mix in that mission those two views of Japan. One, the capital, Tokyo, the major city, and Fukuoka as well, with this startup spirit. Last thing I would say, I had the chance to come to Vegas last year. Las Vegas for the CES, and we met the Fukuoka delegation. We still speak about this welcome package that Facil'Iti won, and I'm very excited in the idea to discover again Fukuoka City and to try to establish a new subsidiary there just to launch my business. Last point, which is quite interesting for French people. In fact, the atmosphere during that mission was really great, fantastic, but was at work as well. Thanks to the group, and I would say hi to all the friends that are just joining us in that session. Thanks to Techno West for sure, thanks to Magnetic Bordeaux as well, and of course, thanks to our friends of Fukuoka. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frédéric. Yes, this mission was great, and I have also to thank the region Nouvelle-Aquitaine Regional Council for supporting us for this type of mission. And now let's start a small Q&A session, which gives us well, I have seen one question. Maybe Fukuoka City can answer to this question. So the first question was: is there any, taking into consideration the COVID situation, is there any new emerging domestic market opportunities in Japan for startup from France or from everywhere in the world? What can you see? What have you observed facing this COVID crisis as opportunities in innovation? Is there anybody who wants to, Yoshi or Manae, anybody who can help? Who wants to? Tomoko? Yeah, so your microphone is shut down. Yeah.
So we think that we have like a new normal for the COVID. So in terms of a new normal way of providing technology would be something. And for example, we have a POC for provide a solution from the startup and to provide the solution for the POC. So we, as a Fukuoka City government, we will provide the opportunity to have the POC jointly doing with Fukuoka City government.
Okay, thank you. Manae, have you observed any opportunities as well?
Two things. One is about the healthcare. Japan is not used to use the remote diagnosis or remote like medical care, but now it's necessary, it's needed. So this kind of solution is I think now becoming more important and kind of growing. And the other thing is anything that is related to solve the COVID-19 problems or issues. For example, we as FTC is supporting the restaurants or bars in Fukuoka to, for example, reserve seats in advance, like just easily, or anything like a food truck, which enables the office workers to get food just outside without going into a crowded restaurants or inside the building. So I'd say anything that can solve the COVID-19 situation is needed. And if you have any unique solutions that is not used in Japan yet, I would say the city would welcome anything. Mark, I think you are muted.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Manae. Yoshi, on your point of view, have you seen emerging a new startup recently by this?
So I would say about people always care about the COVID-19, but regardless of COVID-19, actually the number of applicants for the startup visa is increasing. So Fukuoka City is always open to any kind of the startups. So we welcome them. Yeah. So the COVID-19 is not so much important. Not so much important. But that's not to impact any kind of the industries. And then, yeah, that is all I wanted to say. Yeah. Anyway, we want to.
Sorry, Yoshi. I think you are on mute again.
Mute?
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, thank you, Yoshi. There is another question. We had several presentations. Marine Laville from a startup is located by Unitech. Maybe Marine, you want to ask yourself your question, or let me do it. It's up to you. No? Okay.
Yes, I can, if you want.
Okay, Marine. Nice to see
you. Hi, all. Yes, I wanted to ask a question. My company is focused on biotech technologies, and we are working with Unitech. And I was wondering if you are only interested in companies that are digital technology oriented, or if you are also interested in biotech companies. We are working, in few words, on aptamers that are monoclonal antibodies, synthetic monoclonal antibodies.
Manae, yes. Maybe, or?
Yes, we, FTC, is interested in your solution for sure. We do work for the digital healthcare or digital thing, but we also work for non-digital things like biotechnology or anything that is related to like healthcare system. Because we have, as I presented, we have more than 200 member companies, and some of them are in the healthcare field. So, you know, if you have interesting and unique solutions that can be attractive to those healthcare companies, then we are very happy to connect you to those healthcare companies.
Thank you. I can add also that we have met during this trip last year a big cluster of healthcare and biotechnology in Tokyo, and if you need any information about that.
Okay, let me talk from the Global Stock Center, GSC. So actually, the GSC has already supported the kind of the biotech companies. So we have experience at first. Before starting to support the startups, we want to figure out what the startup is, what are the characteristics. So we need to more understandings of the startups. So if we the Marina is really interested in our support, just email us. So we will guide into the correct to the next directions. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your response.
Manai, I have a question for you. You were presenting during your presentation. You were talking about the proof of concept you tried on the smart city project. Have you tried a solution from foreign startups during this smart city project?
We worked with the foreign companies, but we haven't tried any POC with foreign startups. But it doesn't mean that we cannot work with foreign startups. If the startup have enough capacity and enough interest to do the POC in our region, we are very happy to work with them.
I have another question for Yoshi. Yoshi, is it easy to find funds in Japan for the startup?
In Japan?
Yes.
In Fukuoka cities? Yeah, very easy.
Both, I would say.
Pardon? Quick. It's okay.
In Japan or in Fukuoka?
There are many French entrepreneurs coming to the Fukuoka cities. Yeah, it's easy to find out.
I don't know if you received my question. I was asking about the opportunities to find funds in Japan.
Sorry, could you repeat that loudly?
Yeah,
maybe
I was asking.
Our press is noisy.
Yeah, I was asking Yoshi if it is easy to find funds for the startups in Japan.
Funds.
Money.
Okay, yeah. To be honest, collecting the funds from the it is very at this moment it's very difficult to collect the funds from the VCs. So, but the GSC is supporting the more realistic way that we are supporting let them know the more information about the subsidy and the grant, and we are supporting some cases with the business loan from the banks. Funding is not easy in Japan, in Fukuoka cities.
Thank you. We had an example. Tomoko maybe can give us a feedback about a proof of concept from a foreign company in Fukuoka.
Yes. Under the COVID-19, we called the solution providing POC. We have recently a Taiwanese company who is not based on Japan because of they cannot enter Japan. But so we're like remotely like supporting them. And this company is called presenting the sample is an app, and to get the sample they're providing. So they're doing closely with the Facil'Iti and so we're actually the country. So we have
Okay.
mm-hmm.
So we had a short cuts, but I understood that you have a company from Taiwan who
Yes.
made a proof of concept. Marine is asking another question.
Yes, thank you. I have another question. Have you got links with the EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation? Because last year, Novaptech was part of the biotech mission. And this year, we participate in the Biotech and Pharma digital conference that will take place in a few days, that took place last year in Osaka. And well, have you got links with this organization?
Personally, I do not know this EU-Japan Center for Industrial Cooperation, but if it's in Osaka, maybe it's kind of organized by a different department or different like organizations. But if you're interested in Fukuoka area or like the Kyushu area, please contact us.
All right.
Thank you.
I have a question for Cyrielle. Cyrielle, you are.
Okay.
Sorry,
Actually,
sorry, Yoshi.
let me talk. We have a contact. We already had contact with them, but we did not still have the progress collaborations yet. So if you came to the Osaka with as a delegation, please contact us. Yeah. So we might support. Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah. Sorry. Few questions. Cyrielle, you're located in Japan. Are you speaking Japanese?
No, I don't speak Japanese. でも毎日勉強します。Meaning that every day I'm learning Japanese. And I think when I arrived in Fukuoka, in fact, I received a welcome pack from the city, which is great. It's in English, it's in every languages when you go to Tour World Office. And in this package, you can see a list of different institutions who are volunteers to help you learn the language, which I highly recommend. But I'm glad to have been able to do some business with Japanese business owners without speaking a very good Japanese. But I'm also lucky to be surrounded by Japanese person who are helping me each time I need to do some administrative task, or when I need, for example, for Digitomenu, which is totally different from Dokocha, because Dokocha is a platform for international persons. So I was kind of legitimate to speak English because the platform is in English and in French. But for Digitomenu, as it's really target Japanese business owners first, I really feel the need to have someone helping me to go with me to the business, to speak Japanese, to present in Japanese, to have all the material in Japanese. And not only with the translation with machines online like Google Translate or DeepL, but really having someone from the market doing the translation to be sure that you are not doing any mistakes. So it's really a good advice that I received also, that really learning Japanese as soon as I can, and having the possibility to have Japanese persons in your team to help you if you don't have the skills.
Thanks, Cyrielle. Thank you. I have a question. I saw that, I don't know if Yves is still here, but Yves from Facil'Iti, and Frédéric, if you don't mind, Yves, what are the key points, culturally speaking, seems to be so difficult to get access to Japan. What is your point of view of this difficulty facing for the French? Is it a reality, or is it just a frightened?
I think that he left.
Yes, sorry.
In that video conference.
Okay.
So maybe Cyrielle is well the best person who can answer the question, because she lives in Japan.
Yes, Cyrielle, is it so difficult to adapt and to get access to Japan?
I won't say it's difficult. It's really different from what we used to know, of course, in Western countries, and it's also very different from other East Asian countries. I think the key is really coming here with a deep envy to develop yourself as a person, to establish yourself as a person, and to establish your company so that you can adapt more easily. What was difficult more is that everything is in Japanese. For when you are looking for an apartment, where you are looking to open a bank account, but it's not impossible. In fact, I heard a lot of testimony saying, you will see it will be very, very difficult. But I was also lucky to have been helped by city members to do all that administrative tasks. So
Okay, so maybe we will finish the session, or is there anybody who wants to give his feedback about this Zoom session? Anybody? I don't know. Are there someone who wants to add something? No. I see Emric, so nice. Emric, what is your feeling? You were with us last year in Japan. How many millions of euro have you signed behind?
Hi, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it was a very, very good experience to go to Fukuoka last year. I went there with my company, Animation. We are producing animation and video games. I was there with Cédric Babouche and his company Engine C'est Quoi. And I was there also at the president of the CATS cluster for transmedia content. And it was a very, very good experience because it helped us also a lot going to Japan with Cédric and I of the project. We had great content, great contacts there. It was a very beautiful moment. We really did enjoy the city of Fukuoka and the welcoming of the team of Fukuoka, of Startup Fukuoka. Hi to everyone. And and we really want to come back to Fukuoka also to meet a great company who settled there for a long time, which is Level 5. It's a great company for video games, known for their game Professor Layton, and maybe one day if Japan becomes a great market for us, settling there would be like a dream. And I had the same question for Cyrielle about Japanese and learning Japanese, and this is I just bought my little method book and I just I'm trying to learn some words, but this is a dream of one day to speak Japanese.
Thank you, Emric, for this feedback.
Welcome.
Thank you to all you guys who have been spent this hour and more with us in France, and the community, the world community is important, and we don't forget how much it gives us lots of energy to share with people on the other side of the earth. I saw that Mumu is also here from, and I say hello to you, Mumu. We met last year in Fukuoka, and I'm very pleased to see you again here today. of you who are connected now, I would like just that you switch on your camera. Then we can make a nice picture together. And I will thanks Tomoko and Masaki, who have worked hard, I see, for organizing this Zoom session with me, and Adele as well. I thank really much Adele for having worked so hard on that. Thank you, Cyrielle. Thank you, Frédéric. Thank you, Manae. Thank you, Yoshi. Thank you, all of you. And I wish you a very good day, and hope we can see you in Fukuoka here, or I don't know. It's like the forecast. So bye-bye, everybody. And thanks a lot. See you soon.
Thank you, Mark.
Hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Bye all.
Ura for Fukuoka.